RPMs. Gotta pull up to the jet, yeah, shit out to them. Not trying to ball like Big 4, then get out the gym. Monday through Friday from 7 to 9. When you see that notification, we about to go live. Hit this track and do your dance like you Karen Lacey. Run it back and turn Matthew to the house, baby. It's Tingle and Co. From 7 to 9. Come kick with the show. It's a new era. Let's get it, let's go. From 7 to 9. It's Tingle and Co. Cordell. Cordell. Let's go. It's Tingle and Co. From 7 to 9. Come kick with the show. It's a new era. Let's get it, let's go. From 7 to 9. It's Tingle and Co. What up, Lloyd? What up, Lloyd? You can call me him. I'm Shay Dixon in the whip with them RPMs. Gotta pull up to the jet, yeah, shit out to them. Not trying to ball like Big 4, then get out the gym. Monday through Friday from 7 to 9. When you see that notification, we about to go live. Hit this track and do your dance like you Karen Lacey. Run it back and turn Matthew to the house, baby. It's Tingle and Co. From 7 to 9. Come kick with the show. It's a new era. Let's get it, let's go. From 7 to 9. It's Tingle and Co. Cordell.
That's not true. I was texting. I'm in a group chat with 5 people from Baton Rouge. I don't know any of them are. I was texting them.
Cordell.
I was on the phone with your mom an hour ago.
Oh, I was on the phone with your dad an hour ago.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, you can stay on the phone with my
Yeah. Hey,
Well,
guess who's a dentist now?
Welcome in here on this this
need-
Thursday morning
You're gonna need dental work
after
I'm
the
done with
Tigers
you.
make it happen
You're
last
gonna
night.
need
A lot of things
a
still
mouth
moving and
change.
shaking here on this Thursday. We appreciate y'all waiting and being here this morning. And honestly, I mean, I'm not going to apologize too much for the late start this morning. I feel like it should be expected after what was witnessed last night. That was quite
the sight.
the game, and we're still a little bit in shock, still a little bit like baseball hungover after what happened last night. LSU takes care of business and takes down the Hogs in walk-off fashion. That is, Lloyd just showed me a screenshot from the left fielder for Arkansas last night.
That ball could not have hit him harder into the corner.
Absolutely, like we rewatched the Wheels version of the game
3 times.
I think 3 or 4 times last night. Then the presser after. It's just still unbelievable. Like watching it again, there were so many moments in that game last night that felt like it just wasn't LSU's night. Like it was one of those nights where LSU continued to make the play, make the push, try to scratch and claw and make something happen, and then Arkansas would turn around and it would go their way. It did not feel like it was one of those nights LSU was going to be able to pull it off. But boy, were we wrong. The Tigers pull it off there in the bottom of the 9th, getting 3 runs across to walk it off here and punch their ticket to the College World Series final. Thank you all for joining us this morning on this Omaha edition of Tingle & Co. as we are still rocking and rolling up here in Nebraska in the hotel room this morning. Like we said, moving a little slow this morning, but we appreciate y'all joining us here as we get it rolling a little bit after 8 a.m. If you missed the post game last night, it was pure electricity, pure enjoyment, pure joy, pure happiness.
Cigarettes in the bed, post-coital.
Right after the Tigers pulled it off. Thank y'all. Christian's hair is wild. Lloyd is still halfway asleep. But you're still getting a show. That's for sure. Appreciate
I went down to the gym. I ran half a mile.
He's lying. Appreciate everyone in the chat. Colton Mack, hello, yes. Is this the restaurant Revenge? I'd like to place an order for the 2016 LSU Tigers baseball team. Nephew Noah and Lloyd, did y'all see Uncle Randy's 2 super chats last night? No, I didn't. I'll go back and check those out. Uncle Randy, thank you for being here again this morning. Brian Burgess, loved the win last night. How could you not? Paul Zarang, good morning, Sleepyheads. Love you, Paulie Z. Glimmer Morning Crew, going through the chat here. Kenny Blaba, what up, Ting Pins? Hope everyone has a great, wonderful, productive, and blessed day.
That's not going to happen.
It would be hard to not have a great day, but productive is a stretch. D3M Tigers, where are all the Arkansas fans at talking that ish? Devin Johnson going to have to change the intro song lyrics. No. I say nay. We will still be live from 7 to 9 on a normal morning. This is no normal morning, my friend. D3M Tigers then says, my next child will be named Bear. Fair enough. But we appreciate y'all getting in here this morning as we are rocking and rolling in Omaha on this Thursday morning. Going through the headlines, obviously started off as LSU walked it off last night 6-5 against the Arkansas Razorbacks. The betting favorite to win the whole thing, Arkansas was. This was talked about as the best team in the Dave Van Horn era at Arkansas as they finally added upon just having pitchers. They've got hitters. They've got the defense. They're going to be able to go all the way, and just once again, they fall short, this time at the hand of Jay Johnson and LSU baseball. This was the 6th College World Series walk-off for LSU in their illustrious history. As if you can remember, just a few years ago, one that felt eerily similar. I talked about it last night, where you had Bear Jones step into the game with a runner on. Arkansas made a pitching change. It felt a whole lot like 2023 when Wake Forest made the pitching change to go to Mancini or whatever his name was with a runner on after Cruz's single and first pitch swing. And this wasn't first pitch to Bear, but it was right after the pitching change. They made the change to go up against it, and Bear made him pay as he walks it off right off the glove of the Arkansas middle infielder. We also have this quote from Jay Johnson I would love for everyone to hear.
Literally probably but tonight, I said this literally probably 2 years ago to the day, the walk-off homer, Tommy against Wake Forest. Like, I felt something in my body I've never felt before, and greatest moment of my life, and it now has it tied for first with the 9th inning with Jared Jones, line drive over the second baseman's head, Luis Hernandez hustling around second base. I didn't know you could run like that.
Good little wheels.
Little wheels. I would coach this team forever.
Yeah, I mean, that's I know the feeling, probably not to the extent of Jay Johnson, but man, the rush that I felt that night in 2023 and then once again last night as LSU walks it off. Gavin Dugas also had a quote out on Twitter last night. There is no one who works harder, cares, and puts in the hours more than this man. He is the definition of pouring your heart and soul into the program. LSU legend, go get 'em, boys. He is obviously talking about his former head coach, Jay Johnson, who once again is headed to the College World Series final with his LSU Tigers. And just listening to him talk right there, I mean, you can tell how much that man cares, what this means to him, and really what this team means to him. We've been saying it since the beginning that there was just a different feeling about this 2025 edition of LSU baseball, and it's proving true once again. Last night was just another example of what was different and how this team is different and how special they truly are. When everyone else probably counted it out, it would have been so easy to just pack it up, say, you know what, we'll play again tomorrow. They've got to beat us twice. Who cares? And they didn't do it. They just continued to scratch and claw and punch and fight and battle and find a way to win that baseball game throughout. It seemed like every time LSU threw a jab, Arkansas threw a hook, and then at the end of the game, LSU got the knockout punch to close it out.
Did you write that down?
No, I just came up with
that.
That
Was good.
Thank you very much.
Yeah, buddy.
Appreciate it. But yeah, no, I mean, that's what it felt like.
Well,
like LSU would throw a quick jab, and then Arkansas would have a hook to come back right at them, and it would be deflating. And then right at the end of the game, LSU kind of weaved, uppercut, knocked him out.
Right in the kisser pound.
Right in the kisser, put Arkansas away to close it out. Absolute electricity. We appreciate all of you joining us.
You talk
this
about
morning.
LSU being different. Kyle Peterson said the same thing. It's LSU being LSU. It's just different. And that's so true.
Yeah, no,
All year it's been like this.
Yes.
It's been one of the
different.
wildest baseball seasons I've ever been a part of, just following the team, covering the team, where it feels like it's almost like a football season. Like, the thing doesn't get going until the fourth quarter. You start feeling LSU put its paws on you in the 5th inning, the 6th inning, the 7th inning, the 8th inning, and then obviously the 9th inning, where it's just a little bit different. And they don't, to steal one from Coach O, they don't blink.
Yeah, no,
And that's
they don't.
what
They
you've
don't
seen
flinch.
all year. And I know we talked about it last night, but you can't say enough about Zach Cowan and the performance he had last night.
I
Like,
know.
it's easy to point to the walk-off and Jared Jones, another guy that doesn't blink, where it's 0 for 5. People want him out the lineup. People are wondering, what's he doing? And what'd we say? Put something in the bucket. It was defensively he did it in the first game, and now you're seeing the offense turn around, and he leans back on one, gets you a homer,
Ties
gets you
it up.
another homer. And then I'm just talking about, like, throughout Omaha, like, to end the Schneid, he hits a homer. You're like, okay, what'd we say? Find the barrel. He found the barrel. And I think you spell it B-E-A-R-R-E-L,
Come on,
barrel.
Yeah, no, I mean, he has turned it around at the perfect time for LSU. And then to close out the headlines this morning, obviously, this will set up for a whole lot of revenge in the championship series, as if you go back to 2016, Coastal Carolina knocked LSU out in upset fashion and then won the whole thing by defeating Jay Johnson's Arizona Wildcats in the College World Series championship series. So a whole lot of revenge on the table here as LSU and Coastal Carolina will face off this weekend for the 2025 College Baseball National Championship. And then just looking back at last night, it is hard to believe that Arkansas and Dave Van Horn are not cursed. It just feels as if it's just not in the cards. It's not in the cards for Dave Van Horn to win one at Arkansas, because you've seen multiple times, watch out, where the Arkansas had the opportunity. You go back to 2018 when they have that foul ball pop up. It felt like it was there. And then multiple times at the end of that game last night, when you look at the top of the 9th, they had an opportunity to put LSU away. I know Lloyd disagrees, but they get the lead runner on a fielder's choice. When I thought,
again.
I'm just going
Okay.
through the game, and everyone agrees with me. Just saying in the chat.
Well, they're wrong.
I don't believe. Arkansas, Lloyd gets a ground ball from Milam, makes the decision to go to third to get the lead runner, Curiel, instead of trying to turn the double play and put the game away, and then following that up with a ball off the shoulder of the Arkansas left fielder. Just tough. And really in that bottom of the 9th, you had the error on Curiel's grounder to start it, where it goes to the first baseman. He feels it, tries to flick it to the first, to the pitcher. Error. Curiel gets to second. And then there's a walk drawn by Fry. Then that fielder's choice on the Milam hit, where it up for debate that it could have been a double play to put LSU away. Still gets it to 2 outs.
That'd be a great sports
It would be a
science.
great sports science. Still gets it to 2 outs. Luis hits a line drive right at the left fielder. Looks like it could be caught. Looks like he could just block it up and try to keep, at least just only allow 1 run to score. Instead, he kind of tries to make both decisions at the same time, ends up taking it off the shoulder. That scores 2. LSU ties it up, and then Bear Jones steps in and wins it. So it's just, heartbreak city.
That's a lesson
for
to
Arkansas.
be learned for everyone. Never try too hard, because nothing good happens when you try too hard.
I saw a tweet yesterday, and it summed it up perfectly. It said,
Was it
I'm
mine
not-
that got 500 likes?
no, it was a different one. You mean the video you stole? Anyway, it said, I'm not sure if God's an LSU baseball fan, but he sure as hell is not an Arkansas baseball fan.
It is just looking back at that bottom of the 9th, like I couldn't imagine if the tables were turned and that's LSU in that position versus Arkansas. Like, just absolutely brutal. Looking at you get the leadoff strikeout on John Pearson. Then it looks like Curiel grounds out. Instead, he gets on second. Then you walk Fry. Now you've got 2-1. Then you get the fielder's choice. It's still 2 outs. Looks like you get a line out from Poppy. Doesn't happen. And it just all goes downhill from there for Arkansas, and LSU is able to pull it out. It's unbelievable. The feeling is still unbelievable this morning, and that's going to lead right into the 2 claps. A baseball-heavy 2 claps this morning, as Jay Johnson deserves 3 claps. He got a standing O last night. He's going to get 3 claps this morning because the masterclass that he put on last night from a coaching standpoint, especially when you look at the bottom of the six. I've got a star next to the bottom of the six because you saw Dave Van Horn go out, get Beetlejuice out the game, go with Gackle. You then have a Luis Hernandez sacrifice bunt to get two runners, get Fry and Milam on second and third, two runners in scoring position. Bear then strikes out, which was a deflating moment. And then Dave Van Horn goes with another chess move that when you look back at it was a mistake. And it was one that when he made this move, it created a lane for Jay Johnson to say checkmate. As Dave Van Horn decides to intentionally walk Josh Pearson after the Bear Jones strikeout to bring Chris Stanfield to the plate. And Jay Johnson decides to say checkmate and put Jake Brown in to pinch hit for Chris Stanfield. A move that could have, was somewhat surprising just from the standpoint of taking Stanfield out of the game, especially from a defensive standpoint. But when you see, you're going with Gackle, who's a right-handed pitcher. Jake Brown has been hitting so well, especially against right-handed pitching. Steps in, gets a 2 RBI single to give LSU the lead. Just absolutely massive. And then Jay Johnson doubles down on it with another move. If Jake Brown doesn't slip, you don't hear anybody complain about that because it was the 100% right play to try to get Brown to steal second to get Pearson home. It ends up not working because of the Brown slip, but it was the complete correct play to get another run across for LSU. It just doesn't end up coming to fruition. So Jay Johnson, the head man, with a master class last night. He deserves 3 claps. Ready. God, that was awful. Guys, that was bad. That was terrible. Bear Jones deserves 2 claps because, man, like Lloyd said, started it off 0 for 5 against Arkansas in Game 1, comes back against UCLA, goes 2 for 4, and then last night 3 for 5. He's now 5 for 9 since that 0 for 5 stretch in game number 1, 5 for 9 with 2 homers, 6 ribbies, and what has just been absolutely impressive and 2 of the biggest hits in LSU history last night in the bottom of the 8th. Jared Jones with 2 outs steps to the dish, crushes a homer to tie it up, and then, of course, walks it off in the bottom of the 9th with a great piece of hitting to rip it over the Arkansas second baseman's glove, right off the tip of the glove, to get Luis Hernandez home and to win it. Bear Jones showing the mental fortitude and the ability to battle through, push through, and make something happen. This is a guy who has been so overly scrutinized in his time at LSU, especially this season when he does not have to be here, and has continued to come through for LSU in the biggest moments. Think back to the walk-off against Tennessee. That was Bear Jones' bat. Think back to the walk-off against Arkansas. Bear Jones, the one who slid in at home to score it. Think back to the walk-off last night. Jared Jones had the 2 biggest hits to close that game out, in the game-tying homer in the bottom of the 8th, and then the walk-off single in the bottom of the 9th. Jared Jones, 2 claps. Ready. Zach Cowan, like Lloyd said, 5 1/3, giving up 4 hits, 1 run. It was earned. No walks, 6 strikeouts. We talked about it all weekend, that you were going to need someone to step up from a pitching standpoint and make something happen for LSU. One of those memorable, legendary performances that you've seen time and time again in Omaha, especially in the purple and gold. And last night, Zach Cowan delivered. He had a rough go as of late. His 1 start earlier this postseason was not pretty against Little Rock. And then last night goes out there and pitches a gem. And luckily the bats came through at the end to make sure it was not squandered, because Zach Cowan, talk about do your job and do it to the fullest. It felt like after getting through the order a second time that you were getting more out of Cowan than you could have expected. I was impressed when he got through it the first time and they went back to him after that. He was at 53 pitches through the 3rd inning. That's when the second round through the order started. It started with the leadoff batter for Arkansas. He gets a line out. Bear snags one out of the air. A great play, and then Cowan gets the big strikeout on Lloyd. And then the shift works, and you get a 6-3 ground out to go 3 up, 3 down in the top of the 3rd. And then Cowan obviously gives up the solo shot in the top of the fourth, responds with 2 strikeouts looking, and then Josh Pearson makes the play to come down and make the play on the pop-out. Just massive, massive from Zach Cowan, and should not be forgotten. It is one of those performances that should be in the lore with Nate Ackenhausen and Griffin Herring and Thatcher Hurd, and go down the list of the big-time performances you've seen from guys in the purple and gold in the postseason. Zach Cowan right there after what he did last night. 2 claps, ready.
3 claps seems to be one too many for us.
Yeah, obviously. Next up, you've got Newt, Shores, and Myers. Look, next to them I have DYJ, which means do your job. It wasn't spotless. It wasn't flawless. It wasn't even pretty. But those guys came out and did their job. Cowan leaves in the top of the 6th. Newt comes in with a runner on. He gets a fly out to right field. Then there's the wild pitch where he kind of slipped on the bump, gets the wild pitch. That gets the runner to third. And then just a massive strikeout right there by Newt. Because really, at that moment in the game, the way LSU's offense had gone, you had struck out a whole lot in the last couple of ABs, where it just had been LSU striking out consistently through 5, and they're in the top of the 6th. If Arkansas gets another run across, it feels like a different baseball game. And with a runner on third, Newt gets the big-time strikeout to shut them down. And that's a moment that, like I said last night, cannot be forgotten. Chase Shores then comes in the game after Newt forces a ground out in the top of the 7th. Shores gets 2 big strikeouts to slam the door shut in the 7th inning. And then that was right after the big bottom of the 6th by LSU's offense. You needed a shutdown 7th, and that's what you got from Newton Shores there. And then Myers came in, and it was not pretty when he entered the game in the top of the 9th. 1 pitched, 2 RBI single to give Arkansas the 2-run lead. He then gets 2 strikeouts back-to-back. The last one against Lloyd, which in my opinion, one of the biggest strikeouts in recent history, where you've got Lloyd, who's the Golden Spikes nominee from Arkansas, at the plate. You've got a runner on third. Arkansas feels like if they can get one more run across, it feels like a completely different game. And Myers just blows it right by him, strikes him out looking, and gives LSU the opportunity to walk it off there in the night. So Jaden Newt, Chase Shores, Jacob Myers, 2 claps. Ready.
Can we get 2 thumbs down to some of the people reporting on LSU baseball and continue to complain about Michael Braswell?
Yeah.
Dude's doing his job.
Doing his job. Like the DYJ, that's do your job. Is it bad at the plate right now for Michael Braswell? Yeah.
Okay.
It's bad. But
the defense stellar.
Go back, where is it? The top of the 1st. You had 2 excellent plays by your infield, with Mila making the slide, pop up, throw out at first. And then if you go back and watch the top of the 1st inning, that 3rd out, where Braswell just picks the ball out of the dirt, which is not like it cannot be understated how difficult of a play that is, and the confidence that he has to have to go out there and make that play. Huge. Gets Cowan out of the 1st with only 22 pitches, which is kind of a high number, but Braswell's play makes it happen. Shout out to Michael Braswell. Continue to ball defensively, even with these plate struggles, because they are real. But stick with your guy. Next up on the list, Jake Brown. Next to his name, I have answered when called. Look, we talk about the chess move on Jay Johnson's part and how impressive it is from a coaching standpoint to make that move and it come to fruition. It doesn't come to fruition if Jake Brown does not step in that moment with, what was it? Was it 2 outs? With 2 outs, 2-1, or no, 2 outs, through the bases loaded. Jake Brown steps in that moment and delivers. Jay Johnson with the move, yes, deserves the credit. Jake Brown stepped up to the plate and delivered. He deserves 2 claps. Ready. The LSU defense in totality, clean, man. Like there was one issue last night. I mean, obviously there's going to be the catcher's interference error. That one, whatever. It was catcher's interference, but it was not that big of a deal. You have the one mistake defensively, essentially there in the top of the 8th, where it looks like after Shores gives up a single, a fielder's choice, another single, and a hit by pitch to load the bases. There's one out, and it felt like you were going to see one of those patented 5-4-3 double plays from LSU. Braswell gets the clean delivery to Dickinson. Dickinson's delivery to Bear Jones was not as clean. Bear did not make the catch. And that, again, gets away from it and puts Arkansas ahead by 1 in that moment. They score 2 runs and go ahead by a 1. 3-2 right there in the top of the 8th. That was the one blunder defensively by LSU. But other than that, like I've said, every single simple play that's there to be made, LSU makes it. And the plays that aren't simple, they make them look simple. And then you look at, like I said, this bottom of the 9th, that Derek Curiel hit, the grounder to the first baseman that gets flipped to the pitcher that ends up being an error. You saw LSU do it to perfection in what inning was it? The top of the 5th, where Bear Jones, we talked about it yesterday, where he consistently has such a good feel for his position from a fielding standpoint, where if he doesn't think he's got the ability to go get it, he'll just get to the bag, let Dickinson field it with the range that Dickinson has. This one, he knew, I need to go get this one. He goes and gets it. Callan Fields gets the out at first, makes it look simple when really, when you look at the bottom of the 9th, Arkansas didn't pull off what was essentially the same play. Shout out to the LSU defense, man, continuing to play clean ball. Absolutely.
Like, from Bear Jones' perspective, like, we talked about his defense whenever he was with the 0-for-5 game, but the ability to, whether it's
Nice right when you start talking. Nice right when you start talking. That's that right when you start talking. We're back.
Yeah, we're back.
The stream is back. Just a little bit of refreshing here. But, yeah, no, like Lloyd said, I mean, they've played such a clean brand of baseball defensively. And you've seen the mistakes be costly for Arkansas. Last night, even in Game 1, the Milam double that ends up being an RBI for Derek Curiel, where I feel like the center fielder probably can make that play, decides to let it drop, and then fumbles the recovery, lets Milam get to second. Mm-hmm. And so that allows for him to score on a single.
And you talked about the LSU putting on the delayed steal, trying to get a run, and if Jake Brown does it simple, that's extra high-level baseball.
Yes.
That goes down in the books as, I guess you could say, a mistake. But the ability for LSU to continue to find a way to try to put one more run across, especially whenever it gets to those points where you kind of have to force offense a little bit because you know how much runs are at a premium and you're pitching so well that it's like get one more across and you feel like you can win the baseball game because Callan was dealing. Then you have Shores. You put in Myers, and he's able to what? Throws one pitch, one swing, and they knew they were geared up for it. Like, He didn't throw the heavy ball. He threw a little 90-mile-an-hour cutter.
Yep.
Gets ripped on with the infield end, but after that, absolutely does his job. It was unbelievable that everybody was pulling in the same direction, holding the rope for LSU, and then that's how you get moments like you had last night where you put pressure on them. You put pressure, left field pressure, and ding-dong ditch all the way to the left field wall.
Yep.
Keep running. And then you get Bear Jones in an absolute seminal moment for him in his LSU career.
Yep. The LSU defense. 2 claps. Ready. Next up, this one's away from LSU. I want to give the Arkansas teammates 2 claps because, look, you talk about that left fielder's play. Take the the LSU versus Arkansas, the SEC rivalry, whatever. Take all that out of it from the standpoint of just sports. This is the biggest stage. That was one of the biggest games, probably the biggest game in that young man's life, and he made a mistake and took it off the shoulder. And I want to give a shout-out to his Arkansas teammates for the way they went out and consoled him.
Oh, you would.
They deserve it. I love a good teammate, man. They went out there. They hugged their guy in left field. I mean, he was broken. Like, he was shattered, crushed, hurt. They went out there. They lifted their guy up. They consoled him. And I think that deserves 2 claps. Ready.
Maybe 2
Shout out
hugs.
to good teammates. Yeah, give Christian a hug.
Ugh.
Give Christian a hug. Wolfgang says, did you guys sleep in and snuggle this morning? Looked at 7 a.m. till 7:15 and nada. Yeah, no, we were a little late start this
It was
morning.
Christian's
Yeah,
fault.
we don't want to snuggle with Lloyd either. He's disgusting from what I've learned this week.
It's called surviving and advancing.
There's pepperonis on my side of the bed.
And the bread, there's still a breadstick around here somewhere.
Yep.
Gosh.
But yeah, no. Shout out to good teammates.
Good teammates.
Good teammates like these guys right here.
That's right.
Great teammates. Tommy G deserves 2 claps, man. Once again, you see the Wardos and the Go-Mart logos right here.
At some point, he deserves a standing ovation.
Well, that's how we'll close out the trip. We would not be here without our guy Tom Graining of Go-Mart and Wardos. Look, we stopped at Go-Mart on the way up here, and then we take the turn. We go stop at Wardos, crush some delightful po' boys, and he has taken care of us throughout the trip, got us here. We would not be in Omaha creating this content and getting to witness all of this with our own 2 eyes without Tommy G. So once again, for like the 5th show in a row, Tom Graining, 2 claps. Ready. Shout out to our guy Tommy G. Go Martin Wardos. If you're making a trip, if you're coming up from Baton Rouge for the championship series, because you should. You definitely should make your way here. If you're making your way up to Omaha, if you're driving from Baton Rouge to Omaha, stop at Natchez. Go by Go Mart, fill your car up, hit the beer cave maybe.
Ooh.
But I guarantee you what you do need to go do is go to Wardos and get a po' boy. You need to get the what? The Junkin'?
Get the junkin'.
The
get
turkey
the turkey
tom. The New Orleans-style barbecue shrimp was delightful.
The burger looked fantastic.
The
burger
burger
looked
looks
excellent.
fire.
So,
A little insider tip. Get the burger and ask for it on the po' boy bread. They'll cut it in half and slide it down the runway for you. Run it through the garden. Get you a burger on the po' boy bread. American cheese.
you get to watch it made right in front of you.
Milk.
With that freaking chocolate milkshake. God. Yeah, you get to watch it get made right in front of you at Wardos. So make sure if you're on your way up here, make sure you go to Wardos and Go Mart. If you've enjoyed the content here in Omaha, we wouldn't have it without Go Mart and Wardos and our guy Tommy G. Next up, we had some viewers take care of the fellas. Paulie Z, Eric Wolf, Allison Landry. They got 2 claps last night. They deserve it again this morning as they have fed the fellas the last couple of days. Keep us going here in Omaha. We will have more content coming out to you today as we have 2 free days, essentially, as there's not LSU baseball again until Saturday. So we're going to see what we can do to make some content for all of you guys. Shout out to Paul Zarang, Eric Wolf, Allison Landry for stepping in and donating to the cause here for us fellas as Tingle & Co. is trying to make as much content for you guys here in Omaha. 2 claps. Ready. Last but not least, 2 claps just for the sport of baseball, man. Look,
People are getting on it late.
throughout my life, I have not been the biggest baseball fan. I was a basketball guy, always a football fan. Baseball, I really started to enjoy in 2017, obviously watching the LSU College World Series, but 2023 was massive for my love of baseball. And then this year, obviously, it's just taken another step forward as I've now got Tingle & Co., and I've had to watch it a little bit closer.
The privilege to watch it.
I have had to watch LSU closer. Thank you for cutting me off. You didn't let me finish my sentence.
Well, I'm very defensive of my sport.
I know, but just let me finish my sentence.
We'll get to going. Let's pick it up here.
LSU I would not have had to watch it as closely had it not been for Tingle & Co. So I've now watched it closer. I've got a new love for the sport. And, man, last night was why baseball is so special. It was unbelievable, man. It is just – it's a sport. There's nothing like it. Like what's the Skip Bertman speech about the perfect game, the distances, the whole deal?
Ooh.
Let's hear it.
It's the perfect sport. You have 90 feet. If you're a step slow, you're out. If you don't make a play in time, if you bobble the ball, he's safe. It's 60 feet, 6 inches, the perfect distance from pitcher's mound to home plate. You really can't, and it's been the same since 1950 to 2050 because nothing has changed. It's the perfect sport, the perfect distance. That's all I got.
Yeah, you've witnessed it last night, man. That it's just such a special sport. In college baseball especially, look, I'm still not an MLB guy. I don't know what it'll take for me to become an MLB guy. Maybe when all these LSU guys are just tearing it up like Paul Skeens is in the pros right now. But Ivo in the chat, Noah finally gets it. Paul's rank, oddly, college baseball is rising popularity while MLB is dying in popularity. It's crazy. I would have never guessed this would happen. Look, college baseball is just different, man. Like it's different. Like the love and the emotion and the fan bases, the passion, but also on top of it, the mistakes. Like because they're college kids. Like the plays that are routine in the MLB aren't always routine in college baseball.
It's chaos.
Like it's always chaos. There's always some. That mistake in left field probably doesn't get made in the MLB. The Lloyd throw, the fielder's choice to throw, probably in the MLB, you can disagree.
In Major League Baseball.
What?
That's the right play to make.
I think in Major League Baseball, they probably make the double play in the game. Yeah, we can fight about this all day. But yeah, it's just college is different, man. College baseball deserves 2 claps. Ready.
And you're starting to see the coverage pick up because everybody is now on board. You see Barstool down here. Mincy, with both of his googly eyes, has been watching. He said it's the best game his 2 eyes have ever seen at once. And so you're seeing, like, the Barstool guys down here. You're seeing the coverage. Even Big Cat just tweeted, like, I'm late to the party, but this is awesome. Like, I don't care if you're late. Like, come watch and enjoy it because it deserves all the coverage. And it really is. Like they said, Major League Baseball seems to be dipping, but whenever it gets to playoff baseball, like Major League Baseball picks it up again. But college baseball is just a different breed. It's like March Madness. It's the tournament where anything can happen at any given moment. There's really not a chance to even breathe while you watch it because one thing can happen, and I've referenced Jared Mitchell talk about it all the time because he put it in the perfect encapsulation of just the anxiety and the rush of one swing. Like, you can't really relax at any moment. In college football, you know the moments. Like, you know 3rd down. You know 4th down.
Right.
And college baseball, it could be the 2nd inning. It could be the 9th inning. It could be a play in left field in the 7th. It's just such a crazy game that you have to enjoy the roller coaster because that's what it is. It's never going to be perfect, but it always is going to be fun. And just buckle up because that's all you can do. You can't get too high. You can't get too low. Just ride the wave, and then at the end of it, hopefully you're still on your boogie board.
For as much glaze as college basketball gets, and I don't mean to play the compare game, but college baseball is on a different level.
Yeah, I mean, March Madness is excellent. Like, one game, win or go home, anything can happen. March Madness is awesome. But this is much more difficult.
This is crazy, dude.
Like, this is harder because, like,
it's better.
There's more opportunity for mistake. Like, you got to win 2, you got to win 3, you got to win who knows. Like,
and you got guys that are like 7th off the bench. Like, if that happened in a March Madness game, it would be like, oh my God, unbelievable. Like, guys that hit one shot,
right?
One shining moment. For college baseball, you got to go do it for 6 innings.
Yes.
Like, Zach Cowan comes in, like, he has to play
5 in the 3rd.
Unbelievable. And you're like, oh, this is how it happens. Like, we reference Ackenhausen all the time, Riley Cooper all the time, where he's like, we had Jay on. He's like, I'm surprised he didn't win the MOP, most outstanding player, because he came in 3 games and was able to make an impact every time.
Well, not only that, but
your hair looks insane.
It does. Continue.
Not only that, but college baseball's tournament starts with, and I'm not for neutral ground at all. I love when the teams play at home. The college baseball tournament starts at home.
Yeah,
that's what's
house.
Yes,
and it's so such a long season when you go from, especially in the SEC, you go from playing some out of conference games and you get kind of a feel for the team, and then you it all changes, and then you get into SEC play and it's a grind, and then you're trying to win 18 games in the conference to be able to host a regional and host a super regional, and you look at LSU season up to this point and it's 1 game to win 1 to get to Omaha against the Little Rock of Arkansas, the little engine that could. And it was as contentious and as tight as any game you'll play all year, any series you'll have all year, and that's against a team that didn't have a winning record. Like, that's how hard this thing is. Right. And now you look across the bracket, it's Coastal Carolina and the Chanticleers that
not Shant,
that are on an absolute mission, and it all kind of comes back around. Jay Johnson at Arizona, his first College World Series appearance in the finals, loses to Coastal Carolina. Yeah. LSU has history with Coastal Carolina. Like, all of this is coming to a head, and there's definitely emotion tied to this where Coastal feels disrespected, and they shouldn't be. They've been good for a long time, but it just seems like that always shows up in Omaha where, oh, look at them, that's a nice story. Like, no, it's not. We're good, and I get it. And it's LSU against an absolute masterclass of the sport. They call them the New York Yankees of college baseball, which I don't like because it's a little bit different. It's a little bit more fun. It's not as buttoned up as you saw with, like, the Bear Jones that you put out on Twitter. Like, whenever he's shirtless and you have the jersey in the back and you have the boys thumping in the dugout and you see them calling West Virginia on the bus. Yeah, they're playing. It's just an unbelievable vibe that LSU brings to the College World Series where – and we noticed it immediately. We've had the privilege to be able to go to practices and
be on the field
before games, and it changes your mindset of how you think about the team because, like, they don't give a fuck. And it's awesome because they're so relaxed. It's like, oh, never mind. Like, everybody else is nervous around you, and it's like, oh, they're good.
Yeah, no,
it's just an unbelievable thing to be able to witness.
So loose, man. They're so loose. Like, they know who they are.
That comes from the top down.
They're bought in. Like, it definitely, without a doubt. You know, it's awesome. It really is cool to witness these guys and the way that they attack every day and the mindset that they have, the way they continue to fight. This LSU team is special, man. It is special. Sabrion Green in the chat. You think Tanner should have played with the wind blowing out? Look, Braswell got the nod. Obviously, it's matchup somewhat because it was a lefty and Beetlejuice getting the start. And then you went with Braswell because he's a right-handed bat and Reeves, obviously, a lefty bat. I have no idea.
Didn't know you had one.
But this is what I'll say on the Braswell conversation. It's obviously rough at the plate for Braswell right now. Like, it's no bueno currently at the dish where it seems like he's guessing. He reaches down to go get that bunt when
he's trying his ass off.
He is trying at the plate, but what he's doing is you've seen multiple times against West Virginia, against now Arkansas, where defensive miscues are what cost you baseball games. And the one thing you don't want to let happen is those things happen to you if you're LSU, and they have not happened throughout this season. And part of that's because Braswell plays such a good third base.
You have 3 shortstops.
And so the mindset of, because I've seen it put out on Twitter and elsewhere, the mindset of at this point he's now 1 for 34. I don't understand how you can justify putting Braswell in with that. Is you don't just bring a bat to the field. Like I'll read Jared Mitchell's tweet that he put out last night. All this good to report on, and this is where we're spending our time. I guess they shouldn't bring gloves to the ballpark anymore, just bats. Look, Braswell's glove is why he is on the field, why he is in the lineup. He continues to make great plays. They make 5-4-3 look routine every time besides last night with the one blunder, but that wasn't on Brazzy's part. Brazzy made the play. And so, obviously, what's happening at the dish, at the plate right now is not good. He's pressing, he's guessing, he's trying, he's just not in a rhythm at the dish. Now, he's got a chance to get that figured out prior to this weekend, but even if he doesn't, what he's doing defensively is allowing LSU to win. They are not making these blunders that you've seen teams make. Like Arkansas made blunders in the bottom of the 9th to give LSU an opportunity. UCLA in games made blunders. West Virginia made defensive mistakes. Arkansas in the first game of the College World Series made defensive mistakes. LSU's not doing that, and that's why they're in the position of the College World Series final. That's part of who this team is. It's clean defense. More than they are 1 through 9. Like, as good as this team is offensively, it's the clean defense.
And you don't need 9 batters to win a game. I mean, we saw it with whether it was Milazzo or whether it was Jordan Thompson. There's teams that have been able to get it done with 8 batters in the lineup and 1 automatic out. Obviously, those guys broke through, and Milazzo came up with big singles in Omaha, but Braswell's defense it's completely justified
RBIs.
Of why he's
that's
in
how
the game.
Milazzo put it.
Yes.
These are RBIs to be. She also said, "Oh, we're back." That's
Reb. Shout out to Reb in the chat. Yeah, look.
God damn it, I'll never forget the summer that you spoke like Skip every fucking day during sex. Ooh.
Continue on your point.
Oh, yeah, Derek Jeter, 0 for 32, the captain. And then, like I said, I mean, there's an opportunity here for a gold thong to bust out of a slump, whatever you got to do. But Derek Jeter continued to play every day and continued to play defense every day. You had the same thing happen with Jordan Thompson, where it was an absolute slump. And LSU fans did the exact same thing they're doing to Michael Braswell right now, where you turn on one of your own, which makes no goddamn sense. But rally around the cat. You saw it happen for Bear Jones. It literally just happened this weekend.
Right.
Look at the difference it makes when you're positive about a guy. Like, they need that support whenever you're out there, whatever you're doing. If you're watching at home, if you're watching at Rocco's, if you're watching at Wardo's, if you're watching in Omaha, like, give a guy a chance. You saw it happen with Trey Turner, where the entire Phillies, they did a documentary about it. Like, it makes a difference, the energy you put into the ballpark. Give that guy your fucking support. What's the point of getting all the way here and now turn on one of your own that's been there since the last time you were in the College World Series?
Yep.
You literally committed when LSU was in Omaha. Like, came to LSU from South Carolina to come be your shortstop, and now you move him to third base, and he's done nothing but continue to grind and play defense, hit 300 last year in the SEC. The dude can do it. Just give him an opportunity. Continue to support him. Like, he's going to go out there and play great defense. That's a luxury. Now, if he picks up one swing, it's all it takes. Continue to support the guy.
Yeah. I mean, have his back, man. Like, I get that it's bad at the dish, but, like, with Braswell, some hits would be lanyap. Like, what he's doing defensively is part of why you are here. So important to why you are here, because LSU plays clean defense. That's who they are. That is the culture of this team. That's the identity of this team, is making the plays defensively. And the team you're about to be matched up against in the College World Series final is one of those teams that's going to capitalize on all of your mistakes. We sat and watched them against Oregon State, the 1-0 game. Me and Christian went to the game and watched from the Chuck. And that first inning, what they did was they capitalized on Oregon State's mistakes. That's who Coastal Carolina is. So don't put yourself in the position to make more mistakes defensively just because you want maybe a better swing at the plate.
Defense wins you games.
Defense travels regardless.
Games in Omaha, yes.
And with all of that said, who has a better pulse of the team than the coach?
Nobody. You've seen it time and time
He'll
and
make
time
the move
again.
if he feels like he needs to make the move. You've seen so many different lineups, so many people put in. Jake Brown put in at the absolute right time.
Yes.
Like, if there's a time for Tanner Reeves to come in or play third, or Pearson to come pinch hit, he'll do it. Let the guy operate the way he likes to operate. What has he done for you to not have trust in him?
Yeah.
If he wants to put Braswell out there, he'll put Braswell out there. If he wants to pinch hit for him, he'll do it.
All postseason, he's made every single right move at the right time.
So stop talking
postseason. About it. So if he's going with Braswell, Jay Johnson has earned your trust to say, you know what? He's sticking with his guy. I'm here. Let me cheer this young man on. Let me have his back when he's at the dish, regardless of what happens. Let me have this kid's back because Jay Johnson's sticking with him, so I should. Jay Johnson has continued to make the right move and do the right things and have his finger on the pulse of this LSU baseball program. And those moves and all of those things now have LSU in the College World Series final to face off against Coastal Carolina this weekend.
Jay Johnson's will feels so wise, I'd be honest.
What'd you just say?
Compared to God's will.
No.
I mean, dude, it's every single time it's like the perfect right decision.
It's impressive. He has his finger on the pulse and he knows when to make it happen.
Shout out God and Jay Johnson.
There you go. And shout out
one and the same
to all of our sponsors right here along this bottom row of the border, as we've got AJ Sports Cards right here. Our sponsor there on Drusilla Lane. Make sure you go and visit AJ Sports Cards. We did not bring any cards with us on this trip. We might need to go to Walmart and find some. because Lloyd might be getting a little hungry. He hasn't been eating too much. I think it's because he misses the cards.
That's right. I've got a hankering for a nice
That is not
Chrome baseball
chrome
card. Yes.
baseball card or a jersey card. I'd love to eat
a patch.
some fabric.
There you go. Don't forget about our sponsor, CAS Roofing and Advising, right here. Pierce Patterson over there at CAS
Roofs up.
Roofing and Advising. That's not them. It's customer always satisfied.
Oh.
It's not just a roof.
Shrink
It's a
roofs up.
home.
It's our reputation.
Oh, I love that.
CAS Roofing is advice. Shout out to our guy, Pierce Patterson. 225-910-0619 is the number to call. He was locked in to the game last night watching the Tigers pull it
He's
off.
coming, isn't
was
he?
blowing my phone up, I don't believe. But he is going to make the Clemson football trip.
Oh, that's what it was.
That is what it is. And so shout out to our guy, Pierce Patterson. If you enjoy the show and you want to make sure your roof is in good condition, give him a call, 225-910-0619. Let them give you a free inspection, a free estimate, and just
come
make sure
watch
your
the
roof is
game
in good
at
condition.
your house.
Yeah, I mean, and they'll chat it up. They love LSU sports. They'll chat it up with you. Obviously, we gave Tom the shout out at Go Martin Wardo's Range Fit, rangefit.com.
Range fit.
We are staying hydrated here in Omaha with Range Fit, and if you go to rangefit.com and you make your order, you use code TINGLE, TINGLE.
TINGLE.
You get 15% off of your order. And then last but not least, All About Inflatables. One of our other sponsors has been here since before we were Tingle & Co. All About Inflatables was a part of our support system covering high school football last year. All About Inflatables based out of Central Louisiana. You can get a bounce house, a water slide. Great way to celebrate. If you're not in Omaha and you're going to watch the game out there in Baton Rouge, maybe you're going to put on a watch party or whatever, it's probably going to be a little warm outside. If you're not going to golf suites to watch the game and you're watching it at home, get you a water slide.
I would love to get a water slide down the fairway at Golf Suites.
That would be
Yeah,
electric.
if you don't want the kids bothering you.
Put them in, let them go down the water
Put 'em
slide.
in
Get
the
them a bounce
bounce
house. They got the Tiger Belly Bouncer. It's literally a tiger. It'd be great fitting. It would be awesome for LSU
We should
baseball.
put a bounce house on a truck and trailer all the way to Omaha.
That would be awesome.
And let's, get a couple jumps in.
Gabe Patterson, the owner over there at All About Inflatables, continues to text me about Omaha, and I'm like, buddy, just
Come and bring a
let's
bounce house.
just-
At least we have a place to stay.
just come to. We can
We
sleep
put the
in the bounce
Starlink
house.
in there.
It would be perfect. But those are our sponsors. If you enjoy Tingle & Co. every morning and every night, whenever we go live, all the content, if you enjoy it, make sure you let our sponsors know by reaching out to them, whether you want an inflatable, you need some hydration beverage, stop in Natchez at Go Martin Wardo's, get your roof inspected, or go open some sports cards at AJ's.
Do all of them in the same day.
Do them all in the same day and make sure they know you were sent by
By
Tingle
Tingle
& Co.
They did say in the chat.
Did y'all mention building a roof in the same day or getting somebody to build a roof in the same day?
You can get your roof inspected in the same day.
while
But
you-
I mean, CAS they do put roofs on in one day.
Yes.
Like they'll go out there, they'll start
So you-
early, bright in the morning. They'll get that thing done by the
So
end of the
while
day.
you get your roof inspected, you
Yep.
get a bounce house to pass the time.
All right,
Then you open up some sports cards in the bounce house.
in the bounce house.
Then you go to Golf Suites after because you got a little lubed up, got a little wet.
No.
Okay.
You go Go Martin Wardo's for lunch
Yep.
around this time. And then at the end of the day,
You come back to Baton Rouge, only a 2-hour jaunt.
and then you hit Golf Suites.
Then
to
you
Golf
hit Golf
Suites, there you
Suites
go.
for free shots for every homer. God, I bet that thing was popping when Bear Jones.
Oh my gosh, free
God.
shots.
That motherfucking purple drank.
But yeah, if you're not coming to Omaha, make sure you go to Golf Suites to enjoy the game over there on Segan. Golf Suites, they do drink specials. You get free shots for every single home run up in the bar. It is one of the best places to go watch the games because the food is great, the drink is great, the people are great, and there's golf right outside the door, and it's still 10% off if you mention Tingle & Co. when you get your bill over there at Golf Suites. So shout out to all of our sponsors here at Tingle & Co.
They did say in the chat that maybe Christian has to watch the next game from the bathroom in Omaha.
Yeah, I mean, it worked. It worked.
False flag. I was in attendance for the 9th. Okay, false flag.
Okay.
False flag.
you go.
Bear Jones hits the homer. He goes, "Oh, I was peeing. I missed it." Like,
It
nobody
wasn't
gives
me.
a shit.
Someone else was in the bathroom for both.
Okay, so it was somebody else, not you. All right,
Yeah,
fair
false
enough.
flag.
But if we do need some hand-holding to go on, because,
Oh!
man, it's hilarious that there were tweets getting sent out, Instagram DMs, like, why? Can someone get Justin to hold a hand? Can Lloyd hold hands? Like, it was unbelievable, the amount of people waiting for Lloyd or Justin to be hand-holding.
Someone told Lloyd at the game.
And wanted, like, photographic evidence
I should have done that.
hand-holding.
I would have done that. I wasn't looking at my phone at the time.
But the good thing is our guy Justin Babin Jr.
the strongest hands in the South.
is making his way to Omaha.
The
for
fastest
this
mouth in the
weekend.
West. Rally time.
Wow. Gosh.
That is crazy.
He's making his way out here, and Lloyd's going to hold his hand, man. Thank you guys for all of your support this morning as Tingle & Co. is breaking down this weekend. Look, we're not going to go too in-depth on Coastal Carolina just yet.
We got to learn.
We'll do some research today. We should have some more for you guys on Friday. But from a content perspective, we're going to go to the zoo today. We might get you some content from the
We're
zoo.
going to get a steak tonight. If
We
anybody
we
wants to
should
pay
get a
for
steak.
that.
We should get a
As Jay
steak
Johnson
tonight.
has said all year, we're eating steaks after a dub.
Come on now. Steaks
This is after a dub.
We have another free day tomorrow that we're going to try and fill with some
More
content
steak.
stuff. We'll have a show tomorrow morning, and then we'll have a pregame and a postgame on Saturday,
Oh, God.
a pregame and a postgame on Sunday.
Oh, God.
And then we'll see what
We have
happens
Justin
on
Babbitt
Monday.
Jr. on the pregame?
When he gets here, we can shoot him a text.
I would love to see. That's crazy. I would love to see Justin Babbitt Jr. and hold that man's hand.
Ah, wouldn't it just be awesome? We appreciate all of you joining us this morning. Sabrion Green asks, Lloyd,
Ah.
I'm going to ask you,
Ooh.
what y'all think about a Lloyd not showing up to the press conference?
That was wild. We talked about it. We literally
Caught
watched
our
both
eye.
press conferences. And as it was, you look, I understand the emotion of it all. I understand the moment. I understand not wanting to show up. You have to.
Yeah,
It's
we don't
just
know
part
the
of
ins and
it.
the outs
Yeah,
of why,
but it's-
but just from looking at it on paper, not taking any
If your
potential
guys, if Dave
context out
Van
of it,
Horn can
right.
show up and literally had his nuts ripped off of him again, and he goes up there and answers questions, you have to show up for your team. That's just
Yeah,
I
I
don't care
agree.
if it's your first game or last game. You have to be out there. Like there's not a guy on LSU that I would expect to do that.
No.
We'll assume
No.
it was injury.
Injury?
Yeah, we'll assume it was an injury.
No, I think that was
Well, it could have been.
that was Bush.
Yeah, you have to be at the press conference for your guys. Like, I'm not going to get too in depth into it, but just from I feel like it's pretty simple.
I mean, it doesn't matter if you're in junior high, high school, college, professional. The rule, like that's day one stuff in my mind.
Yeah, no, it is. Like I gave the 2 claps to the Arkansas teammates because of the way they handled supporting their guy after the game. You got to be like you got to be at that press
tips and
conference,
tail,
man.
dude. It's from the first pitch to the last pitch. Like you're
Your boy G,
you're an Arkansas Razorback.
Your boy G 1028. I suspect Dave Van Horn held Aloy out of the presser. Look, we don't know the context around all of it because there could have been different things that could have caused from that, but just from a straight no context standpoint, you got to be at the presser.
Well,
for your
and
guys.
if you got to have some feel if you're on that PR staff to like take the nameplate in the chair, just so it doesn't
Just
look
that, swap
like,
it out, put somebody else there.
Yeah, like
You got other
if
guys.
Dave Van Horn's holding somebody up, bring somebody else in. But yeah, if he's not showing up, you have to communicate that so it doesn't look like it, because optically it was a
Yeah.
terrible look.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, it was bad. It was bad. So I tell you what, it was a special night last night for LSU. What a win! What a game! What a night!
God,
There really is nothing like it, man.
that's one to live for. Like you could die in that moment and feel okay.
Definitely. And look, while we've got you guys, we talked about this a little bit last night, but we
Steak?
do want to give a shout out to all of you, as we've got the championship series ahead of us. But it has been a real reassuring first 3-4 weeks of Tingle & Co. right now. As
I'd be happy. She's family.
it's been a very reassuring
Roster.
first couple of weeks here at Tingle & Co. as we've been able to get this thing rolling. It's been a long kind of month going into it. A lot of things that were moving and shaking. It's been stressful. It's been emotional.
Has
It's
it?
been annoying. Yes. getting Tingle and
I'm
Co.
gonna
up
kill
and
you.
running, stepping away from our previous gig, getting here, getting this thing rolling, to be where we're at now. Now we're in Omaha covering LSU. We wouldn't be able to do it without all of you. It's been very humbling.
Yes.
And very reassuring that we made the right decision and the right call. And you guys, man, y'all are
Gratitude.
special, and y'all mean everything to us. I want to make sure y'all know that. Like, from the guys that are in this chat to the other ones that are just watching every single day, because we've got a contingency, man. We've got a team. We've got backing. And, man, y'all make us feel special. Like, it really does. We sit and talk about, like, I can't believe that people sit here and listen to us.
Yeah.
Every day or every night, or like, what? They're just sitting here listening to you. That the Christian and Lloyd are in bed, and they're tuned in watching
Usually
us.
together.
Thank you guys. How much it means to all of us.
Unfortunately.
For you.
Over here at Tingle and Co. Y'all support means the world, and it's been a special first month, man.
Jacks up to the ting pins. Let's go, boys.
Thank you, guys.
Thank you. It really does mean the world. I don't want to say it's just such a gratifying feeling to be able to do this. Like, obviously, I understand why everybody tuned in the beginning. You had somebody that was absolutely a force in the sports media market, and then he turns it over to two young cats who start their own thing. We had a third young cat who doesn't know anything at all, and it's just been a hell of a time to have y'all enjoy the ride with us, and it wouldn't be the same if we didn't have the support that we do. And the fact that we talk about it outside of the show, we really do have some seminal moments, like look up at the moon, look up at the stars, like, I can't believe people are enjoying this. I can't believe people like it. Yeah. And it's just one of those feelings that really does mean the world to us, because I don't know what the fuck else I'd be doing.
Yeah, no, I mean, it's
special,
doctor. Man. We appreciate you guys, and one thing I want to say is this is just the first month, man. I cannot wait for what it's going to be a year from now.
And thank God for Jay Johnson keeping the content rolling.
Yeah, hallelujah. Thank God for LSU baseball, man. I don't know what we'd be doing for LSU football previews right now. Shout out to LSU baseball making it happen, but I appreciate y'all, and I'm excited to go on this ride. Like, I remember I said it when I made the announcement at Tingle & Co. was the next step, that I was excited to go on this ride, but, man, God, I'm excited. So excited for what's to come here at Tingle & Co. And our founding sponsors here at the bottom, make sure you let them know how much you appreciate them for allowing us to do this, and appreciate you guys as well for allowing us to do it also. So it's a special team we have over here. It's funny how many comments we get on our crew at Tingle & Co. and the dynamics we have. And the dynamics between me and Lloyd, and me and Christian, and very much Christian and Lloyd. So it's a special crew, but I love these guys, and I appreciate them going on this ride with me. Wouldn't be able to do it without them. Wouldn't be able to do it without y'all. So appreciate y'all.
Shout out to Hunter Hall. He just sent me $32 for the zoo.
Let's go. Going to the zoo in Hunter Hall.
You, Hunter.
Let's go. Zoo money.
Zoo money.
Let's
Thank
go.
you, Hunter.
I'm going to go to the aquarium.
Nice.
I'm going to take a swim.
I'm going to go hang out with
you
the
know
bear.
where I want to go?
I'm going to hang out with the bear.
Insectarium.
Insectarium? No, I want to go to the Bass Pro Shop and take a dip. Like that man did.
We gotta go to Bass
We do
Pro,
need to go to
man.
Walmart to get you a suitcase.
We do.
I
like my
suitcase,
I
Daddy.
need a suitcase.
But I
You
appreciate
think I'm a disgusting little freak? This guy shows up with a Tommy Boy trash bag for his suitcase, and he's like, ooh, I need to wash my clothes. I need to wash my clothes.
Dude, you haven't washed your clothes yet. You've worn the same clothes for a week.
It's called superstition.
Michael Cobble has come up to Lloyd every single day.
I have
at
the one
field
shirt.
Or in the press box and been like, same shirt?
Same shirt.
Oh my
Still
god.
sticking with it?
Not washed either, by the way.
No, it's
No,
not going to get
not.
washed.
Dude.
It got washed last night.
I promise your shirt is not the reason why LSU is winning right now.
Oh, you sound like Justin Babbitt Jr.
It doesn't matter.
When are y'all going to believe me?
Dude, you can wear the same shirt, just wash it.
Nope.
Yeah, just wash
Nope.
it. Just wash it.
Nope.
Someone.
You washed it last night. You covered me, you doused me in water.
Yeah, I did. That was fun.
Man, it's
So that's a wash.
it's a fun time. We're going to have a fun couple of days here before we get back to baseball on Saturday. We're going to go to the zoo on Hunter Hall. Shout out to Hunter Hall.
Shout out Hunter Hall, always supporting
us.
Beach.
We're going to go to We're going to go to the zoo. We're going to make some content there. I'm going to go say hello to the bear and thank him in the cage. So, appreciate all of you. That'll be it for this morning. I know it was a quick show, a late show, a quick show.
We did 2 shows.
But we did a show last night. We're going to be back live tomorrow morning.
Go watch the game again. I tell you, it is worth it. And go watch the Jay Johnson press conference. Unbelievable how good he is on the microphone, how much gratitude he has, how much support he shows his players. Like even the high fives on the way out to make sure he catches, who was it, Bear on the way back. Like everybody got a little dap, everybody got a little love, and it's just been a hell of a ride. Enjoy every second of it. Soak up all the content you can because this doesn't happen that often. I say that with Jay being the head coach, it might happen a little bit more.
No.
Go
definitely.
Tigers.
Go Tigers, man. It's a special time for LSU baseball. We're excited. We're going to get you as much content as humanly possible these next couple of days as LSU is in the National Championship Series this weekend against Coastal Carolina.
3-1-2. 2-1-2. Tingle and Co.
Let's make it happen, man. Go Tigers. Appreciate all of you. I guess I need to get up and do the board. Appreciate all of you. Lloyd, close it out.
Play my darn theme music. T-I-G-E-R-S Tigers.
It's Tingle and Co.
It's Tingle and Co. From 7 to 9, 9 to 11.
It's Tingle and Co. From 7 to 9. Come kick with the show. It's a new era. Let's get it, let's go. From 7 to 9. It's Tingle and Co. What up, Lloyd? What up, Lloyd? You can call me him. I'm Shay Dixon in the whip with them RPMs. Gotta pull up to the chat. Yeah, shit out to them. Not trying to ball like Big 4, then get out the